All right, and welcome back to the forecast card. I just wanted to preface this video by saying that I'm not going to be uploading for a week. Starting tomorrow, I'll be on vacation down south. I will be back, and when I do return, I'm going to be on a much better schedule, posting every single morning around 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Before I was posting in the middle of the night, but I'm on a completely flipped schedule now. I'm waking up around like 6-ish, so I should be able to do the analysis in the morning and get the videos up instead of overnight. Kind of sucks for line movement, but um, I feel like it's better for my schedule currently. But yeah, keep that in mind. In terms of what I'm on for today, we got the Marlins first five for a quarter unit. We have under 9 in the Yankees Rangers game. Both the Mariners and Tigers run lines, Giants money line, and the first five under 5 in the Dodgers Diamondbacks game. Yesterday was decent day. Went 3-3. Well, 2-3. We'll see how the Twins ends up coming up. They were looking pretty decent. Under in the Royals game was pretty free. Cardinals first five was pretty free. White Sox first five should have been free. Uh, they basically held the Mariners to 1 run for the first like 7 innings, but unfortunately the White Sox just could not do anything. Getting at least 1 run across, yeah, kind of sucks. Felt like a pretty good read, but Luis Castillo finally had a good game. And then Athletics money line, they end up losing this game by 1. Definitely the better team, more hits, more left on base. They just kind of got screwed by a big Taylor Ward home run, which we did cash on, so can't be too upset about it. And then Dodgers money line, Logan Knack and whoever the other guy that started before him are both just terrible. I'm expecting them to probably get rid of Knack this offseason, or not even this offseason, just probably going to send him down to AAA. In terms of home runs, went 1 for 3. Jake Bowers did not end up playing, but Taylor Ward just come through. Bobby Witt had some close ones. Same with Lau, Michael Conforto, just dog shit. Yeah, let's get into the home runs for today. Now, this is the second time I'm recording this because the first time my microphone apparently wasn't working, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm going to go back quickly to give you my analysis on why I went with each of these. So for number one, we have the obviously Angels versus Athletics. Now, weather in this stadium, as always, is going to be blowing out. It's going to be maybe a little bit too humid, but for the most part, still the stadium, as we know, very very right heavy for home runs. Very very short left field. Wind typically does move the ball that way if it were to go foul, kind of like these kind of outwards slash left to right winds. So righty should have a big advantage here. We should see a ton of home runs. In terms of pitchers, we got two bums, but one bum that has more data on being a bum. Um, Gunnar Hoglund has given up a ton of home runs. He's given up 4 home runs in only 16 innings pitched. So I would say terrible, but not great. But we kind of know Kyle Hendricks is a bit of a meatball. Giving up at least 1 home run every single game except for one. You could argue that's actually not terrible, but again, he does often give up hard contact. If you look at him last year, this year, it's kind of what he does. If you look at pitchers here, 2025, and we look at barrels, Hendricks, not too bad. Top 100. Again, a lot of these guys are, bum pitchers, but for the most part, I kind of was looking at a pitcher that was, or hitter that was really good. That was a righty that was really good against um, the sinker. And when I looked at it, that's what I found. So we went into um, the matchups. Now both Shea and whatever his name is, Brent Rooker have really good matchups against Hendricks. But again, Shea's obviously the better guy. Really loves his release point. It's double A in both of his release points, so he's going to be able to see the ball really, really well. Um, Again, he loves the sinker. Is the lead against it. That's what Kyle Hendricks does throw the most. He does throw the changeup as well, but he's not a very good changeup thrower. Hopefully, he'll probably get to see a couple four seams, a couple sinkers each at bat. So I think he will see a pitch that he likes. Average exit velocity, or sorry, it's supposed to be predominantly above 100 miles per hour, which is good. And optimal angle will be pretty awesome here at 29 to 38 degrees, 5.4%. So I think we will see a good chunk of barrels that should hopefully go really, really far. Um, Again, loves a sinker. Seems like a really phenomenal matchup for Brent Rooker. Brent Rooker spray heavily into left field where there is a ton more home runs in this ballpark. When you look at the StatCast again, 2025, we're going to go just to this year so we can get the Athletics ballpark. Filter by home runs. You see Athletics, top 4 here against right-handed hitters versus lefties, significantly lower, all the way down here at 8890. So going to have to go with the, follow that data path a little bit and go with the righty. Shea also has amazing numbers in this matchup, but I do think that I just trust Brent Rooker to barrel a bit more. So that's going to be my number 1 here. Quarter unit plus 250. And the number 2, not even going to go into this too much, but if you look into these 2 pitchers that are pitching, Littell, Walter, Littell is just being terrible with giving up home runs. That's kind of been his downfall this season. And it's not even like, I think he's probably the number 1 guy this season and giving up home runs. 3, 2, 2, 1, 4, 1. He's giving up so much hard contact. It's not even funny. And of course, if you look at the stadium, home runs are going to be significantly, again, it's just the way this Steinbrenner field is built. Extremely likely in right field. If you can get a fly ball up in the air with wind blowing out, we're going to see a ton of home runs in left field. I don't really know enough about Brandon Walter, but typically he has been really good against lefties. This season, he hasn't given up a single hit to 45 batters in AAA. He's given up a ton more home runs to righties. Obviously, there are some righties that hit opposition home runs, but for the most part, I'm going to give a shot with Caratini here again. We're getting really good odds. He's the only lefty in this matchup, which again might benefit him. And clearly, he has the power since he got a home run yesterday. So I'm going to take a shot at him at plus 520 in my 3 slot. All right, now back to where we started. Let's go looking in for number 3. Now, there's no more other significant weather. That's enough for me to just definitely have to lock in on that game. So we're gonna do what we usually do, and definitely lock in on some specific hitters, or some pitchers that do give up a ton of home runs. The way I like to do it is just go here, home runs per 9. And just see if any of these guys are pitching. I want to say no Taiwan Walker, Bobby Miller. I don't believe is pitching. We got Santos, McKenzie, Max Meyer. Is he pitching? Nope. Block, Logan Allen, Spires. I know Ryan Weathers is kind of a home run guy. Walker Buehler. So this is looking at last year's data. Let's take a look at this year's. Okay, Bowden Francis is not. Kyle Hart, James Tyon is pitching. Let's take a look at the weather in this game. Chicago, Miami. So not phenomenal weather, but these are 2 meatballs. Again, I think it says the stadium's going to be closed, so let's take a look at the park factors for the stadium. Miami. Okay, so about 99 for lefties. So about average. Versus righties. Way down. So we're going to be looking at a lefty here against James Tyon. There's quite a few. We got Stowers, Mervis. I kind of want to go with Stowers. He got a couple really close ones yesterday. He's probably the top guy on this Miami team. But let's take a look at the matchups before I dig too deep into it. Which we got here. So we're going to be looking at the Miami Cubs game. Norby, Matt Mervis, Kyle Stowers. So pretty decent 22. Otto Lopez, Jesus Sanchez, who got a couple home runs yesterday. Okay, so he loves the release point. About average. Not great against the 4-seam though. Great against everything else, but not great against his favorite pitch. So let's keep looking. Who are the other lefties? Obviously we have Stowers and Mervis. Stowers is gonna be okay. So he definitely loves going against righties. Release point's not phenomenal for him, but he's really good against the four seam and the slider. I feel like this is gonna have to be it for me. Oh, and he loves the release point here. Yeah, we're gonna go with Kyle Stowers here. If we're going off just like pure data, if we go to this season, barrel rate, Stowers is the third number one, just below. Like, look at the fucking company he's with, like insane shit. Hard hit. I don't think he hits the ball nearly as hard as these guys do, but he barrels the ball like crazy. Still up there. I'm gonna go with Kyle Stowers as my number two. Great matchup for him. Weather is decent because the stadium's gonna be closed. A lot of that, Florida wind typically is make it, and he's a lefty, which seems to be, where people typically more get home runs here. So we're gonna have Kyle Stowers in the 2 slot. See what odds we can get for him. Plus 420, not bad. Yeah, odds are going to be pretty decent because it's not like crazy weather. But I think this matchup's good enough for him. And my runner-up, I'm just going to put Kyle Tucker, another lefty here. Again, I wouldn't say that Mr. Weathers is not known to be a bit of a meatball guy himself. So, all right, good. Let's keep looking. I got Nick Martinez. Again, Walker Buehler was there last year. Doesn't seem like he's been as much of a meatball this season. But let's look at the data. We got Hook, Gasipi, Beto, Dollander. We got Tyon obviously up there. Bybee, Wisniewski. Don't believe any of these guys are pitching today. Senzatella, I feel like he might be. Okay. Again, it's still going to be in Coors Field. I feel like we have to pick a game here. Let's see, Senzatella is struggling more against righties or lefties? Righties, 3.5. Okay, it's going to be definitely righties. He probably won't even be on this list. Way down. Okay, so he's struggling against right-handed hitters. So let's find a righty on the Phillies that has a good matchup here. So we got a matchup. Again, Phillies way at the top because this guy is a meatball machine. But again, a lot of these guys. Ooh, we got JT Realmuto at the top. Let's just filter this a bit. Okay, let's look at JT. Home run's going to be up. Decent against the right, decent against the four seam. See if we can find anyone better. Nick obviously is a home run dude. Hasn't been much this season, but decent against the righties. Loves the four seam. That's good. So maybe Nick's an angle here. I think Trey Turner's the last righty, if I'm not mistaken. And he's much worse against right-handed, or at least these far hitters. But he is good against the four seam. Had him at 2.2%. Okay, so it looks like Senzatella is not a good matchup for him. And Nick Castellanos, 3.6. JT, 3.6. Okay. So now we're going to go to this data. We're going to go versus righties as a righty. Upgrade to this season. Let's see. So JT is still definitely at the top here. Bomb down there. Okay, this is the wrong year again. There we got JT. Bomb. Yeah, Nick's been really bad here. His fly balls are not converting at a high rate. So I think we got to go with JT here. I think if I were to go here, we got Castellanos. JT, Realmuto. Okay. So that backs up the hard hit rate. What about barrel? JT, Castellanos not barreling at all. Okay. So we're going to go with, as our number 4, we're going to ride with Mr. JT Realmuto here. Seems like he's got a decent matchup pitcher-wise. It is still a stadium that does historically give you some home run balls. Let's see what the odds are on this one. Plus 450, not bad. I'm just going to throw in Kyle Schwarber because he is Kyle Schwarber. He can hit a home run at any point, so just throw him in there. Okay, that'll be our number 4. Actually, I'm going to bump this to 3. And we're going to bump this to 4. It doesn't really matter, but it's fine. And let's find one final one. Let's see if there's any more great weather. Anyway, Detroit Busch Stadium seems to have decent weather. Right down in center field. Being said, I don't think Fetty or Skubal are big home run guys. Rogers Center, American Field. All right, let's take a look here. Erick Fetty. Not a lot of home runs. I'm just not going to touch that game. I know Skubal doesn't give up a ton of home runs. Birdsong. Let's see, we got Yamamoto, Rin Nelson. I am on the under in this game, so I don't particularly want to see home runs. But yeah, no home runs for either of these pitchers. Too good. And avoid that one as well. That kind of leads us with Baltimore, Milwaukee. We got Logan Henderson and Chase McDermott. So this guy's got up a home run twice, 3 in minor leagues. And Chase McDermott. He also got 1 home run in 3 innings pitched. So both these guys not great. Looks like he struggles against lefties here. Let's see a little bit more in terms of where this weather is going to be optimal. Okay, so definitely center field. We're going to be looking at a lefty that hits center field and right field. Obviously, we got elite lefties on both these teams. I kind of hate all of Milwaukee's. So let's just look here between both these teams, which lefty has the much better matchup for home runs. So we go here, we go to probability, and we're going to go to the Milwaukee game. Jeez, I'm blind. So we got Gunnar and Jackson, both pretty good. Adley as well. Not a great release point. Not great against the 4-seam. What about Gunnar? Definitely loves righties. Loves the 4-seam. Home runs are not... When he shares the same name with him, it's always good. Jackson Holiday, what about you, buddy? Loves the release point. That's good. He's pretty good against the 4-seam. This data suggests that he's going to be great on this home run ball. A+ and B. Might have to take a shot here with Mr. Holiday. He is taking off the leadoff spot, which typically is a good spot for people to hit home runs before the pitchers kind of get settled in. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with Mr. Jackson Holiday here. Again, what is his spray looking like right now? Probably going to be left field. Ooh, he's hit some weird ones. Again, it's not a bad spot, but we want to see more center. I guess this is kind of center field, but it's a little lefty center field. Where's Gunnar hitting this year? Oh my god. Ooh, it's kind of like exactly where we want it. He's not barreling, but when he hits it, he hits it. But this is exactly where we want the barrels to be going. I'm sure they have Gunnar up pretty high in this. Okay, I don't know how they decide shit. I genuinely don't. Yeah, they got Jackson Holiday up here, but nothing with Gunnar. Again, I get it, but he loves the release point. Not phenomenal with the low release point, but still not bad. Really good against the 4-seam. Should be able to see a ton of launch angle. And this guy does give up optimal home run angles here, so. I don't know. I feel like Gunner's a better option, but I don't know how they calculate this shit. I really don't. Yeah, Gunner. Let's look at the hard hit information. Is Gunner still hitting the ball well and just not getting a lot of home runs? They're actually neck and neck for barrel rate. Gunner's number 3 for hard hit rate. And he's number 5 for adjusted EV. What about sweet spot? Oh, Gunner's just not barreling the ball well. That seems to be his problem this season. But he has a great matchup here. I'm going to be really pissed off if I take Gunner at much worse odds and not take Jackson Holiday. Maybe I take both. I think there's so many home run guys, like ton of potential home runs here. Yeah, Logan, he's giving up both to lefties. This is actually surprisingly tough for me. Let me see what the odds are. If they're significantly better for Gunner, I'm gonna take a shot. It's plus 330 versus plus 540. The plus 540 makes me think that the thing with Gunner is he's kind of known to be that guy, you know? And sometimes they pitch around it. Obviously, Jackson Holiday's going to eventually be that guy. He's only getting just like his change from this year to last year is insane. But the fact that he loves the release point, goodish. But his launch angle is going to be down though. Exit velocity. I'm going to go with Gunner. We're still getting plus 330. I think it's a good matchup for him. He is due to start hitting a few more, for being honest. So let's go to Baltimore. I'm going to go Gunner at the 5 slot here. At plus 340. And of course, we're going to put Jackson Holiday here at plus 540. All right. Those are my 5 favorite dingers here for today. We're going to go with Brent Rooker here at plus 250 for a quarter unit, Kyle Stowers at plus 420, and JT Realmuto at plus 450, Victor Caratini at plus 520, and Gunnar Henderson at plus 330. Probably going to end up parlaying Brent Rooker and Kyle Stowers. I do feel really good about both of those. So parlay both of those for like a plus 1,500 or something. I'm not sure what the odds would be, but I'm probably going to do that as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm going to fill in the rest of this chart once I upload this video if you're interested in my dinger predictions for the rest of the games. But usually after I do this, the rest of these are pure model based, so I don't do any in like manual research. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next Thursday. Cheers.